What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Oh, you said because you're on your own. No, I get high with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? Need somebody to love? Could it be anybody? Want somebody to love? Would you believe in love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Hey, how you doing there, Guitar Heroes? All right, well, we got a Beatles song today, off Sgt. Pepper's, 1967. Probably one of the most popular songs off the album. Joe Cocker then did his own little spin on it in 1969, and his his live version at Woodstock lives forever. Yeah. So what do you say about Beatles songs? They're fabulous. Ringo sings this one, and this one's fairly simple, a fairly slow pace. We've got all open chords except for the B minor. It's pretty hard to escape all the time. It's in the key of D, and that's why we got a D, A, in E minor in here. We got a C too. So we got D. We start off with D. We got an A. We got an E minor, and then when we get into the I get by with a little help from my friends. I'm going to get C, a G, and a D. And then when we get down to, I guess what you'd say is either a bridge or a chorus. Do you need anybody? That's why we have the B minor. Now, because we come off a D on that last, we can stick the little pinky down over here, and we can get that B minor rather than starting with the A minor bar. Instead of that, we can keep the D down and take my pinky over and bring it to the G string. Now, why is that the case? Because if you look at the bar chord, you'll see that's the strings being put down by the bar. The second next fret, second string gets held down, and the next one does too. Those three. So if you just hold those three down, we're in pretty good shape. So that's how you can go from a D to a B minor. So we can do that too. So we start with the D. What would you think? A, if I E minor, sang out of tune, and you're kind of slow on this first part. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you A, stand up and walk out on D, me? Hang on the D, lend me your A, ears and out E minor, sing you a song and I'll A, try not to sing out of key. And then we go into this, I don't even know what you call this thing. It could be a chorus and that other part could be a bridge. I get by C with a little G, help from my friends. And then we repeat basically, it's almost the same words. I get high with a little help from my friends, and I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. And then to move back in, I think we're actually changing keys there maybe. To move back into the regular verses, we end the D with an A. What do I do when our love is away? So exactly the same thing. Now there is, you get into the second verse, you actually have kind of a Ringo sings the first part, and then the rest of the Beatles sing the other part. So this part, what do I do when my love is away? Okay, so that's his question, and then the Beatles come in with, does it worry you to be alone? Now, of course, if you're by yourself, like me, I'm singing them both parts, but that's really what happens if you listen to the record. Ringo is only singing the first question, and then they answer it, and that happens, throughout the song. Okay, so the D, A, E minor, A, D, and then when we get, okay, so then you got the C, the G, and the D during the Get By With a Little Help From My Friends, and then you're back into the same thing, the D, A, E minor, and that's basically the same throughout the song, except for when we get to this bridge, I think. And this is when do you, B minor, need anybody, and the anybody is an E7, right? So normal E, pick up this finger, now it's an E7. Do you need any, E7, buddy? Then we go back to D. I need somebody, C, G to love. Could it be B minor? Any E7, A minor, I want D, somebody, C to love. And that's about what we got for the whole song. Now at the end they've got, start with a B flat, Barker. Friend. So that's a little tough. You can see the chord in there, but the B flat's not too tough. This G minor 6 is a little different. I'm kind of on the these. I'm not supposed to play the two big strings. Then I play this one, and then these next three. And then that's how it ends. And of course, you don't have to end it that way, but that's what's on the song. All right, well, I hope you get something out of this lesson. With a little help from my friends, the Beatles, 67. I get by with a little help from my friend. I get high with a little help from my friend. I get high with a little help